Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's running of the Virtual Racing Association Cone of Caution 130, presented by MrBusshy. Now, before we get started, I just want to say that this cone reminds me of the orange cone Twitter that always talked about NASCAR things, or the pit cone. I don't remember what it's called, Will, but that's what it reminds me of here tonight at Bristol as we get set to go green here at the Bristol Motor Speedway.
Yes, sir. Indeed, we're about to kick off this week here in the Virtual Racing Association. After a week off here in this action-packed series, we are at the cathedral that is Bristol Motor Speedway, and this is the Caution Cone 130. And I'm sure, Tim, we're going to see a few cautions here tonight.
Unfortunately, we will. Short track racing brings out some short tempers, as it looks like so far 15 of our drivers have qualified. It looks like we're just missing EJ Marshall, which we're going to go take a look at right now in that number 4. Going around, take his lap time up to 4th right now in that number 4.
EJ's had a good run here in the series so far, a OG of this series here in the Virtual Racing Association. It's been highly competitive throughout these races here, Tim. I know Caden Tufts was the dominator here in this series last year, but this year has, I wouldn't say struggled a little bit, but definitely has a lot more competition in his grasp this year.
I think tonight we're actually missing the winner of the past 2 races. I'm looking through the list of people here. Uh, yeah, looks like
Yeah, I don't see him on the grid.
he is not here tonight at Bristol. So this will be a big points day for Caden Tufts to extend that lead. And want to give a huge shout out to trying to get it up on the screen here, Alex Keaton in that number 9 as he is MrBusshy. So just want to make sure you guys go check him out at twitch.com/MrBusshy. He will be providing an onboard for tonight's race and every race. Actually, he's always streaming. I was looking at the channel before we went live, and he streams other games as well. So make sure you go check him out, and we really appreciate him coming on board for tonight's race.
Yes, sir, indeed. A shout out to MrBusshy there on Twitch. Go check him out. Throw him on your phone or on your primary screen. Throw us on your secondary screen or primary, whichever way you want to do it here on 10-4 broadcasting. But the driver we are missing here tonight, folks, that's Johnny Eckert. A driver who's really come on strong here in the Virtual Racing Association, but a driver from Shift Esports that definitely has a full schedule ahead. I believe, Tim, he races at least 4 or 5 races a week here in the iRacing simulators. So take a little break here tonight.
Well, did he have a break last week? I mean, technically, we hope everybody had a great holiday. Labor Day has come and gone, and now we set our sights on. I guess we could say we set our sights on Halloween next.
Yes, sir. It is spooky season once again, but here we go, folks. We're getting things ready to rock and roll here at Bristol. And Tim, we've seen these cars at short tracks, the regular short tracks, if you will, here in the modifieds. But what do you think is going to be so difficult about Bristol here tonight?
Man, I don't care what race car you bring to Bristol Motor Speedway, you're going to have a challenge of keeping your car off of somebody else and off of the wall, first and foremost. Because these things are going to try to drift so much in the corner. If you're on that inside lane, you're going to be drifting up that entire time. And if you're in the outside lane, you're going to hope that the person inside of you isn't going to take you out.
Right. It is going to be a tough one indeed. It is tough here in the Cup cars, but I can only imagine with the sensitivity of these race cars here tonight, it's going to be even more of a challenge. But it looks like Kean Riley is going to start off that pole position here tonight, Tim. You got Caden Tufts right there in that second position. You got Bryant coming off in the third. EJ Marshall, who we just spoke about in that 4 machine, is going to roll off fourth. Conrad's going to roll off fifth there. And it looks like Javier Gomera is going to ride off on the 6th position. Kynan Jones is, right, I say it right there? Kynan's going to roll off in the 7th position. Cherry's going to roll off in the 8th. Peeler in the 9th position. And McLean's going to roll off in the 10th there, Tim.
And I do apologize. I realized I didn't even start trading paints, so now everybody's paints are updating. Apologize for that. There's so many things to have open that sometimes I forget to forget to put those things together. I'll tell you what's going to be key here tonight. Also, will are restarts. You're going to want to make sure that if you're the leader, you got to get a great restart and stay ahead of these guys, just so the guy on the outside can't dive down in front of you and cut you off heading into turn one.
Definitely, and the king of restarts, if you will, has been Caden Tufts up there. But with Johnny Eckert in the mix, he's not in the mix here tonight. A lot of other drivers want to put their name in the winner's circle here in the Virtual Racing Association. But here we watch the pace car is going to lead them around the backstretch here. We're just about to go green here in the cone of caution. 130 brought to you by MrBusshy here live on 10-4 Broadcasting. And here we go, Tim. We're entering that last corner here with the pace car.
Man, I'm just so excited for tonight. I love Bristol. I hate racing at it, but I love watching it. So I'm glad I'm up here and not down there. But pace car's off. Green flag is in the air. And look at that restart by Caden Tufts on the outside. Like I said, you have got to keep that outside car in check, or he's going to be able to get around you as he down the backstretch. He does have him cleared, but does he drop down? It looks like he's just stay in that middle lane as he takes over the lead here heading into the first corner and finishing lap number 1.
Yeah, Caden Tufts is going to lead them across the backstretch here down into corner number 3 and 4, right across that front stretch, across that start-finish line here. Lap number 1 is in the books there, Tim, as we come around 1 and 2. Still Caden Tufts leading the way, single file down that backstretch.
Yeah, single file all the way back to about 5th place. Timothy Conrad back to, whoa, second place battle going on right now between the 4 and the 1 of VJ Marshall. Yellow flag is out. Looks like Adam Peeler is upside down.
Oh, no, not already, Tim. We are briefly into this race here, and we already have a driver trying to do gymnastics on the track here at Bristol.
We did see in practice it was happening quite a bit. Let's go back and take a look at that 10-4 broadcasting replay. See if I can't get this bad boy pulled up. Oh, man. Oh, you're going to... Listen, I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10. Actually, I'll give it a 9.5. If he would have stuck that landing, I would have given it a 10. But coming back to... Go ahead and take a look here. He is that number 13 highlighter yellow modified. Oh, just gets that wall. And then just
hard
continues
impact
to
on that outside wall.
Roll some more.
Oh, not a way to start off this race here tonight.
Man, that is unfortunate. And you have talked about this before, Will, the fact that these cars, if you start touching the wall or another vehicle with those tires, they just kind of, they grip themselves. It's almost like if they were Spider-Man. They just catapult you to whatever direction you're heading.
Exactly, Tim. And I was able to speak with Kynan Jones off air as well. We rode along board with him during practice. And it's not only the caution here.
Yeah, I apologize, everybody. I believe internet went out for a minute.
Yes, sir, indeed. I think it did. As I believe we might still be rocking and rolling.
Yeah, I think we're back. Let me apologize, everybody. I don't know what's going on.
Take a look here as the pace car is still leading them down the track here. As Tim's working out these technical difficulties here on 10-4 broadcast. We're about to go green flag racing here once again here in the cone caution. 130 brought to you by MrBusshy. Go check out MrBusshy on Twitch. As that pace car pulls off, we're going to go green flag racing once again here as Caden Tufts going to lead them across the start-finish line down into corner number 1.
It gets a huge run, too. I mean, it's now that Caden Tufts is in the lead, it's going to be a dogfight to get it away from him, that's for sure, because we saw him, once he gets to the lead, Good luck getting around him. And you know what's unfortunate about this for Adam Peeler is uh, these drivers are going to be, for lack of a better word, peeling off the lap time. So he had to do a tow. He's already about 3 minutes, 15 minutes, or 15 seconds into pit road. He's already down about 6 laps.
Yeah, that's not the way to start off here at Bristol. Those laps will build up as these drivers run around the cathedral here. Skating Tufts is still your leader. Looks like Kean Riley's right behind him, though, trying to make a move right on that back bumper of Caden Tufts. Bryant's right there trying to make a move on Kean Riley. Everything's very close there for the second position. Just trying to catch our leader right now in Caden Tufts as we swing around the track here across that start finish line down into corner number 1.
Oh, looks like we may have an accident. Yeah, it looks like Seth Rawls, Timothy Conrad involved. Conrad was in 4th place, I believe, just very recently. So this will be interesting to see what happened here.
Yeah, a great start for Conrad there in that machine, but looks like it's going to be a disappointing finish for that driver.
Man, Conrad is not going to be happy about this. Just another, those tires. I'm telling you. Let's see, bring that back up.
Take a look here at this 10-4
Conrad is that
replay.
white and red vehicle, hits the wall, comes down, collects the. Oh man, quite a few drivers. Seth Rawls, Jordan Tarble, Nathaniel Cherry. Nathaniel Cherry gets stuck upside down. Looks like the name of the game tonight is if you get stuck upside down, you're gonna go a lot of laps down.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to do gymnastics here at Bristol, but it was unfortunate that a few other drivers got tangled up in that. I was watching Seth Rawls down there in the bottom of that pack there. Also, Jordan Tarble is an OG here at the Virtual Racing Association. You see right here, just taps that outside wall with those tires, and at that point, you're going for a ride there, Tim.
Yeah, we're on board with Nathaniel Cherry, and honestly, from the sound of it, I don't know if the viewers at home could hear this. It sounded like he may have blown the engine as well, so that could be really bad for him.
Yeah, you see a bit of smoke coming from that race car. It's never good if you see smoke coming from the hood there, Tim.
No, that's the last thing you want to see, and it's unfortunate for Seth Rawls. He always has a great vehicle, but here tonight he has been caught up in an early accident. But maybe he can get that thing repaired and back out there. As you see, our timing scoreboard, Tarble's a lap down, Conrad's a lap down, Cherry's still on pit road, and Peeler is 5 laps down.
Yes, sir. Already some drivers have a uphill battle here. With 130 laps here at Bristol, their race isn't totally over there, Tim. They still have a slight chance of climbing back through the grid here at Bristol, but 17 laps in, we already have 2 cautions here in the caution cone 130.
Hey, smart marketing here by Keaton, running that MrBusshy caution cone name. I thought that's pretty funny, especially here at Bristol. And for the viewers at home, when we go to places like Bristol and Martinsville, we expect it to be a lot of accidents. These tracks are not. They're just not tracks that are easy. And it doesn't matter what vehicle you're in, it's going to be a challenge every time.
Definitely here, as the pace car is still leading them around the track here at Bristol. Across the start-finish line, I do believe that's still the back stretch here. Look at that beautiful Jumbotron here at Bristol. If you're watching along with us here on 10-4 Broadcasting, live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, it looks like this is going to be the last lap under caution as that pace car is just thinking about peeling down pit road. And there we go. The green flag is waving in the air. We're back to racing here in the Virtual Racing Association.
It's going to be interesting to see how this restart goes. You see this double file. Oh, a little checkup going on there. That number 91 of Gilberto Javier.
Yes, sir. This is a high anxiety race here at Bristol. You have to watch every little move here. As you come around the corner here, watching some of these middle pack cars battle it out for position. Everything's just so tight here as you come around corner number 4.
And back up front, EJ Marshall is working on Raleigh in that number 1, and just behind him, Nathaniel Bryant in 4th. Looks like EJ got around Bryant because Bryant was in 3rd place. Oh, I see smoke.
There's smoke on the track, no caution yet. It looks like that driver's going to go ahead and head down pit road, so no caution on the track. Still racing it out here at Bristol. Looks like
Jordan
that
Tarble.
is Jordan Tarble, who we just saw tagged up in an incident not too long ago. Do want to shout out Jordan Tarble there. I want to thank him for having us on the broadcast. It's him and Tim Conrad here in the Virtual Racing Association. The OGs, the headmasters, if you will, of this. That was definitely an accident on the track. No caution for that, Tim.
You know, and I think it's because it's in a very odd place. That was Chris Conrad in that. I'm going to go back and take a look at that one more time. Chris Conrad inside of Gutierrez. Oh, and they touched Gutierrez. I don't know how that wasn't a caution. I'll be completely honest here. Wow. Man.
Yeah, I don't know why the caution didn't come out there, Tim. That was a surprising call for me.
Another driver down pit road. Looks like Seth Rawls. It's going to be a long night for a lot of these drivers because Bristol, like we said, is not an easy place. And especially in a situation like that where the caution did not come out, we've got only 10 drivers on the lead lap now.
Yeah, only 10 drivers so far, Tim. So we're still racing it out here at Bristol. As I said, the race is not over for these drivers that are a lap down, although you do see a few drivers that are 5, 4 laps down here. Conrad's only a lap down. Rawls is down pit road. I'm sure he's going to go a couple laps down as well. Sponsler is down there in the 10th position. It's 13 seconds off the pace. So really only 9 cars in the mix here on lap 30, Tim.
And now looking at John Sponsler here in that number 60. Just behind him is Caden Tufts, that leader. And man, he's reeling him in fast. And I want to give a huge shout out to Jamie Shaw over at the Big Show over here, talking to us on Facebook, shouting us out. We appreciate that. And I believe they got an event coming up soon. I believe the end of the month they're going to be racing at, I think, Talladega or Chicagoland. They're doing an NFL paint scheme race. So you can catch that right here on 10-4 Broadcasting. Always a fun time over there at the Big Show. But here tonight, Virtual Racing Association, VRA, Cone of Caution 130 here at Bristol Motor Speedway. And Caden Tufts is just, he really puts on a clinic. And, you know, the past 2 weeks with Johnny Eckert coming in here, really challenged Caden Tufts. And even I think Caden Tufts got in an accident last week and tried to make it back through the field and was only able to finish, I think, in maybe 6th or 7th place. So, man, I was really hoping that Eckert to be here tonight because could you imagine side-by-side battling for the lead here nonstop?
Yes, sir. And you can shout out to Johnny Eckert there. He didn't win or lose tonight's race, just like your Indianapolis Colts in week 1.
Man.
As you see, Caden Tufts leading the way here at Bristol. You see no Johnny Eckert, but you see Keenan Riley's still sticking with him there, Tim. He's got about 30/10 of a second lead on him so far.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong car. That's the 33 behind the 60. I thought that was Caden Tufts. Caden Tufts is behind the 33. They kind of have the same paint scheme colors, so I was looking at the wrong stuff. So Caden Tufts is catching that number 33 of Nathaniel Cherry. And the caution flag is out yet again, and they're checking up on the front stretch. Might be an incident up here. Looks like I see EJ Marshall. Looks like he may have been involved.
That is very unfortunate there. You see that Ford machine right there on the corner of your screen coming into focus. Now EJ Marshall has been running really strong.
Let me fix
just
that.
had to slide sideways there, Tim. Saw the incident happen in front of him, had nowhere to go.
Where's Javier in that
Check
90?
it.
Oh, the 91 gets into the wall. We'll bring that back. I apologize. Here we go. See the 91 coming off the corner, gets into that outside wall and just climbs it into Kynan Jones. And then it was just a chain reaction after that with the 99 and the 4.
That is not what you want to see there. But shout out to EJ Marshall and those drivers over there. I believe they're now rebranded as the Esports Racing Association. If I do believe that if we get a shot of that race car, they have huge things coming down the pipeline for that racing team over there. I believe they're doing an Xfinity series, a truck series, and maybe a cup series as well. I'd have to go back and check. But if you get that on the side of your screen right there, it's the Esports Racing Association. Go check them out on Facebook and Twitter. I believe they have a Twitter page as well. Get all that information. They're launching 3 different series in 2023, Tim.
Man, that's fantastic. Love to hear it. Love to see teams expand, so on and so forth. And, it's funny. I'm glad you said it because, I get notifications on a daily basis. And I saw that Esports Racing Associated started following us. And I'm like, who is this? But I never went to go look because I don't know how you see it. Pages and your Facebook, it's just a weird combination to get them to look right when you click on stuff and then you're like, where am I? So, if you're listening, Zuckerberg, fix that, please. Anyways, I'm glad you brought that up because now I know where Esports Racing Association comes from. So, huge shout out to EJ Marshall and those guys over there. But back at the lead, our very own Kynan Jones sitting P1 right now. Looks like he looking at the pit stop. Caden Tufts had a 32-second pit stop. That's a long time.
Yeah, and Kynan's representing his home country of Australia on the back of that. Has his Twitter handle on the back bumper there if you're watching along with us here at 10-4 Broadcasting. Kynan, a part-time driver here in this series, only finished 1 point shy of Caden Tufts last year, with Caden Tufts having 7 victories on the season. That's how consistent Kynan ran to finish out that season. He's running only about 2 or 3 races here in this season, has a very busy schedule of his own here in iRacing. So, but making the most of it here tonight, Tim has worked his way up through the field. I believe he started around maybe the 5th or 6th position, but now he's right where he wants to be up there in the front.
Yeah, we'll see. You got a copy, Kynan? I know you're about to go green, but I trust you.
Yeah, got a copy.
So on that caution, what did you take 2 tires or?
Yeah, just 2 tires,
Okay.
but I messed up multiple things.
Oh, nice. Well, good luck.
Yeah.
Green flag is back in the air. Kynan Jones gets off to a great start here, heading off into turn 1, lap 44. And Caden Tufts kind of didn't have a really good restart there. Oh man, back here there's a battle for 3rd place. Alex Keaton and Kean, coming off that corner. They're getting real loose.
Yeah, real loose right there for the battle for 3rd right now between Kean Riley and Kenton right there, trying to battle it out down into the corner. They've separated just a little bit now. Kean's going to take that down into corner number 1 right now. He's going to hold off at that 3rd position. But with that 1st and 2nd place, they're going to take off there between Kynan Jones and Caden Tufts. Right now, Kynan's still got that lead, holding off Caden Tufts there in that 0-0 as we cross that start-finish line here on lap 47.
And right now the battle is up front for the lead. Caden Tufts going to the inside of Kynan Jones. Oh, Kynan gets into that outside wall, saves it. Oh, and comes down into Alex Keaton.
Big incident there. Big incident that just happened between our leader there, Kynan Jones, 73 machine.
It's so difficult, Will, when I see these drivers coming off of turn 4, that wall just sneaks up on them so fast. And look at, he's really broken something. He's catwalking this thing. As it looks like the front end is completely broke on this 73 machine. This is going to be a very long time down pit road.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Kynan Jones, who was just leading the race here just not too long ago here on lap number 50. We'll have to definitely rev up that 10-4 broadcasting replay for you folks at home to see what happened there with that 73 machine. See right there, he's getting right on the back bumper. Oh man, just unfortunately went just a little bit too high there on the front stretch. Made contact with that outside wall there, and we've talked about it here. There's really nothing you can do. Once you scrape those tires just a little bit, just rips that wheel right out of your hand.
Yeah, now I just want to watch this really quick. You see, he's got to turn. He's got to turn the wheel really far right to make it go straight. As you can see, the whole front axle has been broken on this 73 machine. It looks like he's finally making it down pit road. This is gonna be a long pit stop.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate. As we just spoke about just not too long ago, Tim, I think we may have put the commentator's curse on him. Kynan's running a part-time schedule here in the virtual racing association. I finished 1 point shy of the champion last year here in the. We spoke to him off air. Doesn't particularly like this series of race car, but every time he does race them, Tim, he always very, very good in the car. Just unfortunately tonight just not look like his night here on lap 51, and that's very unfortunate because he did a great job of working through the grid to put himself in that lead position. But we've seen it so far here today, Tim. Just a little tiny mistake, just a little tiny brush on the outside wall. This track being so small and so tight, there's really nothing you can do.
We are going to. I don't mean to cut into. I keep forgetting we have commercials. So we are going to take a quick break, and we'll be back after these messages.
Be sure to check out Tim Mayo Conrad and the Weekend Woodsman crew on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like button to get notifications when a new video drops, and check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy the race.
And we are back here tonight at the, oh, I almost said the wrong word, the Cone of Caution presented by MrBusshy down there, that little cone. Make sure you check him out on Twitch at twitch.com/MrBusshy. Now, I believe there is no period in the name, so whenever you do it, just MrBusshy. And he has a live onboard of tonight's race. And we are on lap 53 here tonight. Yeah, is that right? I'm sorry, I'm looking at this. It's just now saying 53 on one screen, but 54 on another. So we're somewhere around there, Will. Green flag back in the air. And look who has made his way up to second place, up 11 spots since the drop of the green flag. That number 30 of Mike Kaczynski on that outside lane. Oh, and he's going to have to make sure that number 1 don't slide up into him.
Yeah, no, I just saw them battling out for that second position right there. Mike Kaczynski's right up in the mix once again. Very consistent here this season in the Virtual Racing Association. Doing a great job of holding off that one machine as we cross that start-finish line, going down into corner number 1. Mike has now cleared his way into that second position, has his eyes set on Caden Tufts up there, going down into 3 and 4, heading towards that front stretch once again here in lap 56.
I'll tell you what, that makes me nervous when I'm up there battling as hard as he is right now. I get nervous when guys below me start getting a little squirrely. But he did a great job, didn't phase him, kept it in the gas, and here he is sitting P2 right now.
Ooh, no! Keane Riley makes contact with the outside wall. It's very squirrely there, almost makes contact with Bryant in the third position. He's able to save that race car here as we dig down into. Once again, Mike Kaczynski's right there in that second position. You can't miss him on the track, folks. His number 30 is bright lime green there on the track. It looks like he is catching Caden Tufts here as we head down the front stretch.
I want to do a quick look at the points. Is Dallas Myhan here tonight? I don't think I've seen his name. No, Dallas is not here tonight. Actually, I think something may have just happened on the track. Taking a quick look. Alex Keaton. Oh, no. Now he's catwalking it down the back stretch. We'll have to go back and take a look there. Oh, it's not even showing me something happened.
Right now, still rocking and rolling on lap 62 right now. We see a few cars heading down pit road that look a little disabled. Looks like their cars might have been tangled up in something, but we're not seeing exactly what occurred on the track.
Yeah, I'll see if I
Right
can't
now, Caden
rack up the
Tuff
replay real
still
quick.
leader.
See what happened. It didn't even. Oh, it looks like now something happened with Nathaniel Cherry. We got a couple things we'll have to look at here. Green flag still out. Oh man.
Taking a look here once again, folks, at that replay to see what happened. Yep, we got a driver hitting that outside wall
Oof.
once again there, Tip.
Man, unfortunate. And we'll go back here. It looks like they were still under replay. Something happened with Nathaniel Cherry in this number 3. We're going to take a look here. Should be coming up very shortly. This replay is brought to you by 10-4 Broadcasting. Coming down the backstretch, going into turn 3 and 4. I received notification on my... Oh! Okay, big battle back here between him and EJ Marshall. EJ goes to the inside, battling back here for, looks like 9th place. Oh, and he just clips the wall, just like everybody else, and oh, really knocked, oh man, that's, yeah, he's going to have a lot of problems getting that back to pit road. The engine, it looks like it is trying to retire. Stays off the track, green flag stays underway. Looks like he did get it around to the pits. Back up front, Caden Tufts is your leader, but now I believe we've only got 8 drivers on the lead lap.
Yeah, it looks like there's a new second place driver on the track right now. It's Keane Riley right there, trying to catch Caden Tufts there in that 0-0. Looks like Mike Kaczynski just faded off just a little bit off the pace. Still holding on to that 3rd position, that podium finish there, if you will, as we cross the start-finish line here on lap number 71. Caden Tufts is going to lead them down the backstretch here at the Cathedral. Keane Riley's right there, but he's gaining pace there, Tim. Looks like he's going to catch Caden here right on the front stretch. He's right on that back, heading down to number 1.
He really is doing a great job getting that number 1 car around the track. Lap 72 here of 130. The cone of caution 130. Want to thank, woo, Caden got real close to that wall. Want to thank Weekend Woodsman for their sponsorship of the VRA Association, or Virtual Racing Association. Want to thank AdminBoxx. Absolutely love everything they do over there. And also want to thank MrBusshy for coming on for tonight's race at Bristol Motor Speedway. And a quick thing for everybody at home, Will. Tonight we have a race. Next Tuesday we have a race. We're off again in 2 weeks. And then we come back for, I believe, a 4-race stretch. I believe.
Yes, sir. And every time we take a break here in the Virtual Racing Association, I do miss the action here.
Oh, me too.
As Caden Tufts looks like he's hitting some ice there on the track, as each time he goes around here, he is sideways just a little bit. And each time he does that, Tim, Keane Riley's right there on that back bumper, doesn't want to press the issue just too much. Right there on the exit of 4, gets sideways just again. Right now as we come around corner number 1 and 2, Caden Tufts is really trying to hold on to that race car. Keane Riley thought about it right there on the backstretch. Just going to follow him down into corner number 3 and 4.
Man, this is a great battle right here. And right now, I just feel like Riley has been saving his stuff. You see, he's running that kind of like, he's running a little bit of a higher line than Caden Tufts. Caden Tufts is trying to get down into the corner, but Riley just is so good in the center of the corner. He's able to get back in the gas much faster than Caden Tufts. And they're both running a different line between 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Let's take a ride on board actually with Riley. Man.
Yeah, and each time around there, like there on that previous lap, he had to check up just a little bit. We're riding on board with Keane Riley right now. You're watching along with us here on 10-4 Broadcasting live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. You see right now, this is a battle for the lead that we're watching ensue right now. He's right on that back bumper, Tim, and you see right there on the entry of the corner, he's going to go low right here. He's going to make a pass here on corner number 1. Is it going to be enough? He's going to drag race him. right back in here on the entry of 3.
Now, woo, Jordan Topple trying to get out of the way there. Kynan, as a driver, if you're Riley right now, when is that point that you want to make that move on Caden Tufts?
Well, right now I'm finding that, or I was finding before, some unfortunate situations that it's not easy to get past, especially when the competitiveness is this closely matched between these. Getting past is not going to be easy, so you might be better off just riding up lane above and trying to just save as much tire. Maybe get a caution and then come down for 2 tires. I felt that it was getting a little bit loose, but besides that, when you are just stuck behind a car, you can see him looking to the inside, but he's able to keep it down there, but then Caden running a higher lane, just being able to carry extra momentum. So, in short, well, I say in short, but it's not easy to get around here, so you want to get past as soon as possible, just in case a caution does come out.
Now, is the best way to get around? Is he gonna have to go to the outside lane to be able to clear him? Because it seems like every time he dives to that inside, it's like he hits a dead zone, for lack of a better term. Oh, but he gets a good run here off of turn 2, gets into the back a little bit, trying to dive to the inside. Because the issue is here, his tires. He's been running these tires so long, he may slide up the track and take out the leader.
Yeah, that's a big fear that you have to have when you're on that low line and you're constantly at the peak limit of amount of grip, so you're better off just setting up to try and make a good run and hope that they get a bad run. But you can see him a couple times when he was able to get right up to the inside. He was setting himself up high to then carry the momentum, so then he's able to carry a bit of extra speed before pulling down into the inside lane and then throwing it in, but you've got to get it slowed up just so then you don't carry too much speed and drift up into the car above you.
And
Yeah,
right
guys,
now,
with that.
sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, Tim, with this battle they've been having up here in the lead, looks like we have a new member. Mike Kaczynski's actually a lap down there, 4 laps down there. Man, what a change for the 30 there.
And they're spinning! The leaders are around!
No!
And the leaders are around. What a woo doggy.
No way.
Man.
Caden Tufts and Kean Riley just made contact there on the entry of the corner. I got a little flabbergasted that Mike Kaczynski, who was up there, is now 4 laps down. And we missed. Oh, no. Watching a delayed replay of that, guys, it looks like Caden Tufts may have scraped that outside wall. And Kean Riley was so close, he got tangled up in that as well. As we watch this replay live now, yep, that's exactly what happened there. Caden Tufts makes contact with the outside wall. Kean Riley, of course, has been right there for the last 15, 20 laps. Nowhere for him to go, and there comes Mike Kaczynski right there. He makes sideways contact with Caden Tufts. And the 1-2 leaders, and then another contact.
Third place.
Damage that number 1 machine.
Man, what a big chain of events here. What's going on? Oh, here we go. Sorry, I was trying to fix my my stuff, but hey, now the number 91 of Gilberto Javier is in the lead. Man, this is
Gilberto is now leading in that 91 machine, a driver that I can be honest with you folks at home, really not called out too much. We don't there, but he is up there now in the lead here, Tim, with less than looking at maybe about 35 laps to go.
This is unbelievable. We're gonna go ahead and I want to pull down. I wanted to pull down Mike Kaczynski and find out. I know you were up there early on in the race for second place. What happened to take you 4 laps down?
Actually, I think it was the netcode with the 49 came up a little bit and took me out.
Man, and this is one of those tracks where netcode can really ruin a race. And now you're only using 3 tires. I'm looking at the replay.
I have just been disqualified.
Oh, too much damage?
I had a black flag or meatball, and I guess with the caution coming out too late, it said didn't serve enough time.
Oh,
So
that's
I'm done.
unfortunate. All right, well, that is unfortunate for you, Mike. Uh, good luck next week at New Hampshire. I'm not looking forward to that place, but maybe you are.
No, no, that needs to come off the schedule.
uh, New Hampshire, just if there's any track that should be demolished, it's that one. You heard it
Las
here
Vegas.
first.
Done.
Did you say Las Vegas?
Yes.
All right, thanks, Mike.
Yep.
That was.
And Tim,
Go ahead. Sorry.
no, yeah, it's unfortunate there for Mike. I saw him up in the mix there. I thought he was in the third position. Actually, he was 4 laps down there. He's going to be disqualified, but the green flag is out once again here, as Javier's going to lead them down into corner. As the Keen Riley's up there, Caden Tufts as well. After just getting tangled up, looks like
3
they made
wide.
contact with Roberto. They sent him low. They pushed him right out of the way. Get out the way as we dig down into corner number 1.
Listen, I almost sang the wrong inappropriate song at that point. But we've got a huge battle here with Riley, Tufts, and Bryant now up here in that 49. And look at Cody McLean up here in 4th place in that number 5. And Timothy Conrad back up here in 5th place. This is 30 laps to go.
Yes, sir. With 30 laps to go, Bryant's also up there as well. Bryant's ran top 5 the majority of this race. The battle is once again on between these two Mortal Kombat enemies, between Kean Riley and Caden Tufts. We just saw them get tangled up not too long ago, but it has flip-flopped here. Kean Riley's now leading the race here with Caden Tufts in the 2nd position. That one machine's going to cross that line here on lap 102, digging down to corner number 1.
Yeah, this is everywhere the number 1 wanted to be. This is where he was trying to be before that caution came out where Tufts got into the wall. But look at this tight battle here for 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. All under a half a second from each other with less than 27 laps to go.
Yes, sir. This is going to be a tight finish here as we dig down into the corner. Keaton Riley still your race leader. Caden is in the 2nd position as we're taking a look at that back fender view there of Caden Tufts right there if you're watching along with us here on broadcasting. As you see, Caden Tufts has just touched that apron. He got a little sideways. Was able to save that race car there. Brian, the 49, is now right on of the 00 as we head down into the corner here of 3, around 4 here. Heading towards the front stretch here. We're going to cross that line on 106.
And Caden Tufts is really lucky that the 49 let up. Oh, Caden Tufts is way to the outside.
Yeah, Caden Tufts is having to save that race car here tonight. I saw Caden get a little sideways here as you see him again there, Tim. That tail just slides there, looking like a dolphin here on the track. You see that tail just whip there on the outside of the corner. This is not motocross. These are modifieds here. No tail whip needed here at Bristol. See Caden Tufts there on that 00. Again's having trouble there on the exit of 4. Still able to hold off Bryant for that 2nd position. But with that, Tim, with the blocking and the looseness going on there, it's still giving Kean a good run up there as you're going to cross the line here with 22 to go.
Man, and Nathan Bryant is all over the back bumper of that 00. And Nathan can't look in his rearview mirror because he's got a whole mirror full of Cody McLean.
Yeah, and all this bodes well for our race leader right now as we're coming around start-finish line here with 20 laps to go here. This is the last corner right now. Kean Riley has now separated himself by about almost 50 tenths of a second, which here at Bristol should be an eternity here. Caden Tufts is really going to have to work his way up there to catch the leader. But we've seen it here tonight, Tim. All it takes is just a little tiny brush of the outside right there on that back bump.
It really does. And, you know, the term is loose is fast. But sometimes, I can say from experience, and Kynan can probably attest to this, you could be loose, but and not fast because you're too busy trying to save the car.
I think the term you're thinking of is loose is fast, but on the edge of control.
Yes, yes. And I don't see that Tufts has a lot of control here tonight.
Definitely does not there. And Kynan, as you're watching Caden Tufts here with 17 laps to go, he's really just trying to hold on to a podium finish here. As a driver, what kind of mindset do you have right now, knowing that you might not be Riley there in the lead? Are you just really trying to hold on to a podium, or are you trying to still for that race win?
Well, right now, caution has just came up, so if
Ooh.
Caden's struggling on tires, it means he can come and get a brand new set and fix some of that grip issues he may have. So I wouldn't count Caden out just yet.
And that's
Yellow flag
EJ
is
Marshall in that 4.
out. Trying to see what happened here. Oh no, looks like the 91 got around and EJ had nowhere to go, right into the front end of that one. And I believe EJ already used his fast repair.
I believe so as well, as that 4 machine was just tangled up not too long ago. An unfortunate incident there. As you see right now, the 91 machine's down pit road right now. And EJ, unfortunate for him as well, Tim. That 4 machine's just really trying to break through here in the Virtual Racing Association. That's some really good runs so far in this season, but just hasn't broken through up at the front yet.
And right now it looks like we've got 7 drivers left on the lead lap, I believe. Looks like Gutierrez is our final driver on the lead lap. John Sponsler, Timothy Conrad, Cody McLean, Nathan Bryant, Caden Tufts, and Kean Riley. Every time I look at Nathan Bryant's name, I want to keep saying Nathaniel. It's not what it says on my screen.
Take a look right now with 13 laps to go. It's going to be quite the shootout to end things here tonight, folks. Been watching along with us here at 10-4. Broadcasting has been a very quick race. Nothing too crazy here yet, Tim. We've seen a couple, I'd say the most at 3-4 car incident, but mainly it's all the result of one thing, and it's just tapping those right sides against that outside wall.
Yeah, and you just, when you're in the cockpit, I'll show you real quick. When you're in the cockpit of these things, it's difficult to see your right side. Like this is what we're seeing as a driver right now. You literally, if you have 3 screens, for those of you that don't know at home, you can have 3 computer screens connected to the computer if it's designed that way, and you could see more. But if you're running a single screen, this is what you see. This is what you see out the front of the car. It is so difficult to see what's going on the right side. And you ultimately run out of track in your mind.
Yeah, in your mind, that outside wall does not exist. You're trying to stay as low as you can. With these modifieds, there's a tendency to run that Dale Jr. line, if you will, where you run just very, very close to the outside wall there. But with these cars, it's very sketchy. You just tap just the slightest there, and we've seen it all night long here. Shout out to Lionel Richie, that if you tap that, there's no saving that thing.
Yeah, no, we've seen it time and time again tonight that I don't know that one single person has saved it at all. They end up either going end over end or crashing into somebody else coming off of that turn 4. And you know what's funny to me, Will, is that's the only corner that's happening. It's not happening off of turn 2, only turn 4.
And talk about turn 4. That pace car is leading him around corner number 4. Has peeled off as that green flag is.
Woo!
Of the caution cone 130 as Kean Riley's going to lead him down to corner number 1.
And what a great restart for him. He's got to do everything he can now to keep Caden Tufts behind him. As everybody, this could be anybody's race. Now, imagine if one of these 2 wrecked up front. There's only 7 drivers on the lead lap. It could be anybody's race.
It really can, Tim. As we've seen it before, as they dig down into the corner right now, Kean Riley's going to lead them down right now across that start-finish line here with 8 laps to go. Caden Tufts is still right there on that back bumper, heading down the backstretch. It's again Kean Riley, Caden Tufts with 1, 2. You got Bryant in the 3rd position, really out of the mix right now with 8 to go. It's really a 2-car battle up there with now 7 laps to go. Kean Riley's going to head down the backstretch as race leader.
And Gutierrez, quick check-in. He was in 7th at the drop of the green flag, up to 4th place right now. He went down pit road and got 4 fresh ones, I believe. Let's see. He went down pit road to lap 117. That makes sense. We're on lap 124. So he has really fresh tires as he's sitting in P4 right now.
He's got fresh tires right there, but he's running out of laps with 5 laps to go now. Keegan Riley in that number 1 position right now, heading down the backstretch. Caden Tubbs in that 00 is still trying to work his way up there, trying a different line right now on the exit of 4 down that backstretch. Down the front stretch, down into corner number 1 here with 4 laps to go. Keegan Riley's going to lead him down the backstretch. Now separating himself now on the entry of 3.
And the last thing he wants is a caution as we see the number 13 of Peeler smoking down to the inside. Gets off the track and out of the way. And Jordan Tarble is also down. He's been doctoring that car around tonight as he had an early incident. As Gutierrez, 2 laps to go. He is on the bumper of Nathan trying to go to the inside of that 49. No caution. White flag. Ooh, there we go. White flag is out. Next flag would call it, but now up at the front, Kean able to just pull away from Caden Tufts here tonight.
Yeah, Kean Riley to come around 4. He's gonna be your race winner here.
Ooh,
brought to you by MrBusshy. And what a race it was, Tim.
Yeah, what a great finish here tonight. Kean is going to come home in first place. Caden Tuff second. And look at this. Chris Gutierrez comes home third, side by side with Bryant. Actually, did he finish ahead? We're going to have to take a look at that because per my screen, it looks like a tie. So we'll have to go back and take a look at that.
Take a look at that, Tim. But it was really a 2-car battle all night long here tonight between Caden Tufts and Kean Riley up there at the top. We're taking a look here at the replay of the finish for the positions behind those lead cars as we take a look right now of what exactly occurred there at the start finish line. I believe this is a finish for 3rd position there, Tim.
Yes, and I'm gonna dig deeper because if I go here on iRacing, I can go frame by frame. Oh man. Oh man, that's tough.
Gutierrez looks like it might have it in that 99.
You know what? I think that 99 does have it.
What a finish for 3rd here, ladies and gentlemen. We're watching a battle for 3rd right at that start finish line here. A podium finish can go a long way to wrap. And looks like Gutierrez is going to beat out Bryant for that podium finish by just a nose there, Tim.
Yeah, unbelievable finish here tonight at Bristol. I imagine that's probably going to be an official review, but iRacing's calling it Chris Gutierrez. But man, because I thought that it's as soon as you cross that first checker, it's just so close. That's going to be a tough call. And I don't know whose call that is to make.
That's a very good call there, Tim. But the one call that is easy to make tonight, racing for Shift Esports. If you haven't checked out Shift Esports yet, they race quite the schedule, Tim. I believe they race, I think, from Monday to about Friday in that series with a stable of drivers. So you'll see Kean Riley probably in tomorrow's race in the Stock Car Racing League. You'll see him Thursday night. I believe it's pronounced OSHA in that series as well. But they run quite a tough schedule, tight schedule for those guys out of Shift Esports. So what a way to kick off the week there with their driver, Kean Riley, in that number 1, taking home the victory here, holding off the champ, if you will, Caden Tufts, in that 2nd position. Hasn't been his season so far here, Tim. He's really had to fight the competition.
Yeah, he really has. We haven't, so you see if the winner is going to come into Discord. Haven't seen him yet, but I believe that you've caught up with Chris Gutierrez.
Went there for a second. I was like,
hey, Chris, this is Tim and Will up here in the 10-4 broadcasting booth. You got a copy?
I do, yeah.
Man, we were just checking out that finish there. I believe you inched your way into the 3rd position by just a nose. Probably one of the closest finishes we've ever seen for 3rd position, or just a finish in general. Take us through your point of view of tonight's race, and man, did that fly by Bristol?
Yeah, I nerfed it in qualifying, trying to set a fast lap, and I got the apron, so I had to start from the back. And we were just trying to make it through the field. And I think me and the 8 got a netcode accident. I haven't had the chance to watch the replay yet, but I think it was netcode because it didn't look like we touched on my end. So that kind of sucked, and we got put a couple laps down, but stayed in it, worked our way back to the lead lap, and I got back to the lead lap, took tires, and I was on a mission. I was going to the front. Glad we got the podium finish. I feel like I've been fast all season, and just things haven't quite worked out the way I need them to. But this is a big momentum builder, and I hope that I can carry this and get the season back on track. Like I said, I've had a couple of things that were not my doing. Milwaukee was completely my doing, overdriving and riding the wall twice. So that kind of sucked, but I learned a lot from that. So hopefully you got it going in the right direction. And looking forward to next week.
Yes, sir. We actually talked about that here up in the booth, speaking with Chris Gutierrez, who's going to come home third here tonight by just a nose. We talked about that as the race started. A few of the drivers that were allowed down, and talking about how they can work their way back up through the grid, work their way back into the mix. We saw on the track here tonight, it was really maybe tapping those right sides against that top side wall. Did you sort of see that pattern of cautions throughout tonight's race, and were you more of that as the race proceeded?
Actually, with this track, it seems like if people hit the wall and spin or flip, it doesn't throw out the caution. So, yeah, there was a lot of people that looked like they were trying to run that top line, and like I say, make the same mistake that I made because I'm not used to these cars, and the right side definitely juts out a little more than say the NASCAR stuff. So
Right.
If you're not used to that and you're trying to run that high side, it can get you in trouble. But fun track. I mean, Bristol's fun in anything you drive. So that was fun. Very frustrating at parts, but I always love coming to Bristol. Bristol's been good to me on iRacing, so really glad to get a good finish for Nurse Aviator Gaming on Twitch. Go ahead and check them out. I'm really thankful to Adam Peeler and Alex Kenton for bringing me on the team. I told them I'd get them an interview at some point this season, and so far just hadn't been able to get it done. It was weighing on me, so not a win. That's the next goal, but definitely a step in the right direction.
Yes, sir. Indeed, a giant step in the right direction here at Bristol. We are coming off a week off. We're heading to New Hampshire next week. How are you feeling about that track? And you think you can keep the momentum going?
Yeah, I definitely do. That was a track, at least in NASCAR stuff, I never could get a handle on, but a couple seasons back I kind of figured it out. So so far I've really enjoyed this modified. You can kind of drive it aggressively and it doesn't punish. I mean, you have to kind of still manage tires, but you can still get away with driving it aggressively, which tends to be my driving style. So yeah, we'll go to New Hampshire and we're gonna try to keep the momentum rolling.
Awesome, Chris. Well, with that podium finish, I'm sure you've listened to the broadcast. We love to give you drivers the opportunity to shout out anybody you have, any sponsors on the side of that race car, or where they can find you on social media.
I'm not much of a social media person, but like I said, Peeler and Nurse Aviator Gaming on Twitch. If you guys want to be entertained, go ahead and check him out. He's a really good guy. And my buddy Alex Kenton, he kind of got me into this league, so I want to thank him. And I'm just really, really happy that I was able to finally deliver a good result for them because they're good guys. I really enjoy interacting with them. We're learning from each other, and we're going to make things happen.
Awesome, Chris. Well, we're looking forward to it here at 10-4 Broadcast, and we're looking forward to seeing you at New Hampshire next week. And big congratulations on third place finish here tonight. You got it by just a hair, but as you mentioned, you great finish here tonight. And,
yeah, thanks. Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, Chris. Good luck next week.
Yeah, man. Thanks. Thanks for broadcasting us. Hope we put on a good show for you guys. Have a good one.
Of course. You too. Thanks.
yes,
And
sir.
that was Chris Gutierrez there with Will. Man, what a close one for him in third place. I mean, that was tooth and nail right there. And even my wife was behind me looking at the frame by frame, and she was going with the 49 car of Bryant, and it's just too close to call. It really is. Even iRacing, I don't think knows who to give that third place to. But also, Chris Gutierrez was the biggest mover of the race, up 13 spots since the drop of the green flag. So he started P16, ended P3 here tonight. And I believe Kynan Jones has caught up with our second place finisher, Caden Tufts.
And I'm up in the booth, so do you have a copy?
Hi, Garden. How you doing?
Hey, again. So, when we were going side by side, but just before that, with the pit stops, were you really thinking of trying something different with the tires?
I was more thinking fours, but I tried the twos there on that last caution. Obviously, it made completely no difference at all. It was, if anything, it made the car even worse. I thought it would make it looser. So, I think four was the way to go.
Yeah, well, it wasn't really to go as expected, but we saw you slipping and sliding. Was it a case of you just slid the tires once and then you just couldn't get them back cooled down?
I think it was more I was just I didn't have the line pat down. This track I always struggled at it. It was usually either a top feeder or a bottom feeder, so there's not really any in between. I tried running the middle. It probably overcooked the tires, so there wasn't much I could do about that. It just started getting super tight on me, and it was just killing me on exit. So I think I was really lucky to pull off the second place finish. I know I didn't have anything for Kian, so shout out to him for having that awesome run, and shout out to Chris for that awesome run, and Nathan. He was blasting out there. So um, yeah, and you Cannon, you were doing really good too. And then yeah, that happened.
Yeah, well, yeah. But with you saying how the car was getting tight on exit, was that really a factor on why so many people were getting out into the outside wall today?
I think most definitely was a huge factor. That's why I got on the outside wall there at that one time. I just got tight out of the corner and ended up collecting in the wall, and then Kian ended up getting to me. But shout out to him for being cool over it. I instantly apologized to him about it. So shout out to him for being cool. And then the last lap there, I tapped the wall a little bit after getting tight. So yeah, I'd say it had a huge factor on getting in the wall.
Well, with people trying to maximize as much speed on corner exit, was how difficult was it really to be able to get past someone who was slower today?
It was like a challenge kind of. You had to have a lot of patience. I noticed. Coming from the fourth place there, I just got a lucky restart and ended up going straight through. So, I mean, that didn't take much, but like going around other cars and stuff, I had to have a lot of patience, wait for them to either slide up the track or just get a bad exit and I just get a run on them. So, yeah, I'd say it was a slight challenge. I mean, there's tracks out there that are pretty much near impossible to pass out, but this is one of them that are pretty close to it, but it's still possible.
I mean, hey, second place, good points night. But going into next week at New Hampshire, what's really your expectations for that track? Is it a track that you're good at, or is it something you gotta get behind and do some practice laps on?
Like I said, it's probably gonna be another one of those tracks that I'm not that great at. I say it every week for the past God knows how many weeks now. All these tracks are I'm not that great at, so I think they're hitting me with a pretty bad schedule on my side. Maybe it's a perfect schedule on someone else's, but I mean, I'd say I'm probably gonna run a couple practice laps or run a couple hosts with the boys there in the modifieds and just see how they handle around there on the long run, and I guess go from there.
I mean, you say that it's a schedule that you're struggling, but you leave tonight with the points lead, and I believe you have extended it. So, with that, do you have anyone that you want to thank for getting you out here tonight?
Yeah, I first off like to thank you guys for putting this on. You guys have a huge factor in this league and everything. And then all my sponsors, LBT Pallets, Broadwater Mortgages, Premier Racing Setups, Timberley Beverage Room, Guysborough Transfer. Who else do I got? I got BSR and Factor Team, which is Brett Suggs Racing and Marketing. And yeah, you guys for putting this on.
Okay, well, with that, we'll let you go celebrate your millionth podium now. So, good work out there, and we'll see you next week.
Have you ever
Thank you,
not
guys.
finished on the podium? Now that I think about it.
Yeah, plenty of
Okay.
times. Like
Okay.
four times,
USA
4 or 5
last season.
times.
Oh, he even has them counted still. They're all in one hand.
Yeah, because I can remember. I got a pretty big brain. That's why I have a big forehead. Come on.
All right, Peyton Manning.
Okay.
Should have won USA last season.
Hey, we don't need to talk about that last lap.
All
Okay.
right, awesome. Thanks, Caden.
Yeah. Thank you guys for putting this on.
That was Caden Tufts, your second place finisher. Unfortunately, I've not been able to get a hold of the race winner here tonight to get an interview with him. So that is unfortunate. If we can get him for next week at New Hampshire, we will do so so he can shout out all of his sponsors and tell us his version of the race. Or he's just partying so hard he's already left the track. That could be another one too. But tonight, want to thank MrBusshy for coming on board for the Cone of Caution 130. Make sure you check him out on Twitch at twitch.com/Mr. or Mr. Bushy. And also make sure you check out AdminBoxx on Facebook. Have awesome equipment there for admins to administrate their races, and you can race. Makes it all easy with a big button box. Also want to give a huge shout out to Weekend Woodsman for coming on board for this season. And we want to thank everybody here for watching. Make sure you check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Give us a follow, like, share with your friends, and even come join some of these leagues that we broadcast for. Tuesday nights we got the Virtual Racing Association here in the Modifieds. Thursday nights we have Nazra in the Xfinity Series. That is recently started up. I believe we're on week 5, so still plenty of time to buy into the championship for that series. Friday nights we have the High Octane Sim Series, which starts this week. I'm going to get it right, Will and Kynan. This week starts their playoffs. I know that I was announcing that incorrectly last week, but this week they start their playoffs at Talladega. You're not going to want to miss that. 5 races to shoot it out and decide the champion over there for the end of Season 2 for them. And then we look to the end of the month for the big show. It's in the name, a big show. Big shout out to Ray over there, Jamie Shaw, Landon Gentry, just a whole bunch of great guys over there. But tonight was Bristol. What a fantastic race, guys.
Yeah, it was certainly an interesting event. A lot of crab raving going around with cars deciding to do a little bit too sideways on straightaways, but
Yeah.
regardless, it was fun for when I was out there, and it looked like it was fun up here in the booth.
Yeah, it really was. Oh, sorry,
It
go ahead.
definitely was. It definitely was, Tim. It was one heck of a race here tonight, and it just shows the competitiveness of this league. The incidences only, I'd say, at most between 3 or 4 cars, and kind of just spoke about it there. You saw a little bit of the same, bouncing off that topside wall. But other than that, the lead pack and those lead cars really ran strong throughout tonight's race. I know we saw you up there battling there, Kynan, and I wanted to ask you, Kynan, when are we going to see you back here in the racing?
So next time that I'll be back out on track will be for, I can't quite remember how many miles it is, but it'll be another race that I'll be sponsoring for Myrtle Beach in late November, I believe it is. It's still a little while, but just means that you'll get to hear more of my beautiful voice up here in the booth.
November 1st.
There we go. Yes, sir. November 1st at Myrtle Beach race, right after Nashville Fairgrounds at night. That's going to be our third to last race of this. We're going to go to a couple beaches there, Myrtle Beach and New Smyrna Beach right there. And then we're going to end the season November 15th at 5 Flags. But still a long way to go here in this season. Of course, we have New Hampshire next week, Tim. On the 20th, we take another week off. Then we go to Southern National and then the Bull Ring on the 11th.
Yeah, that's going to be, those 2 tracks are going to be a lot of fun as well. Love this schedule here at VRA. And then after that, we get another week off for the week of the 18th. And then it's a 4-week shootout for that championship.
Yes, sir, indeed. And it really is anybody's championship here in the Virtual Racing Association. As, of course, we have a few different winners now, Tim. We've seen Caden Tufts pick up a victory. We've seen Johnny Eckert pick up. I believe Dallas Myhan picked up a win as well. And now Kean Riley has picked up a race win. So definitely a change of what we saw last season. Caden Tufts 8 races series. So it's really anybody's championship here down the stretch.
Yeah, and I just really want to point out after Iowa, Dallas Myhand went from 12th in points to 6th. So huge jump for him in the points, and now he's only 41 points behind the leader. And there's a tie for second place in the points with Seth Rawls and Alex Keaton. So we'll see. There, quite a few guys were not here tonight that are up high in the points. Ethan Moaka was not here tonight. Brent Jones and Brian Biaggi. So big mix up in points could be here. And we didn't see Carlos Acosta tonight either. So quite a few drivers missing from the field tonight. But hey, maybe they'll be back for New Hampshire.
Raleigh, New Hampshire, that track is beautiful up there. I know not everybody is a fan of it, but I had a chance to go up there and check out that track. It is a beautiful area. Right now, it would be beautiful in real life. September, it's right before it gets freezing cold. So it's perfect time to race these modifieds around him, and I cannot wait for next week.
Hey, they should race these cars when it's iced over and throw some snowmobile tracks on those babies and watch them go around. But from all of us here at 10-4 Broadcast, you want to congratulate Riley again for winning tonight's race. Didn't get to speak to him, but hopefully we'll get that solved for next week so we can give them the opportunity to come out and shout out all their sponsors and just talk about their win. But from everybody here at 10-4 Broadcasting, don't forget, tune in next week right here, 10-4 Broadcasting, 8:20 p.m. You're not going to want to miss it. New Hampshire for the Virtual Racing Association.